Welcome everybody to the 7th episode of this awesome HTML series. In this episode, we will be going over core element of HTML design, styles. Now, styles is a sort of attribute. It basically puts embedded CSS inside of your HTML code. Now, we haven't went over CSS yet, but it's kind of like an additional coding language that builds off of the HTML that we already know. Now, this HTML is, HTML can make good websites and all, but on its own, it's pretty useless since most of the websites you'll make will not look that good with it. But if we put CSS into the mix, your websites actually start to look good. Like any website I pull up right now will have a some sort of style, like all of this. You can't really do this with plain HTML code, like to get the background right, to get all of this right, and you can't really do all that with just plain HTML. So styles is a nice way to just put embedded CSS onto your code. Now, a quick reminder, please do have VS Code installed. If you don't, please install it. It's really easy. Just do a quick AI search, how to download VS Code. I'm using this throughout the series, and all the videos that will come will be using it, and probably in all the other web dev series that I'll do will be based off of VS Code, so please do have that installed. And if you haven't watched my previous videos, I do recommend that you watch those, as they're really beginner friendly, and I'll be building off of some of the concepts that I discussed in those. Now, without further ado, let's start right into the code. Now, I'm going to pull up my VS Code editor right here. And here I have this styles.html. Now just open up like some sort of folder that you have your code in. I just have this pre-built code, okay? You don't really need this. It's not that hard to get up to this point. If you don't know how to, please do watch the previous videos, as I discussed most of the stuff in them. Now, here you'll notice that I have big blue sans serif blue background, grounded blue background. Normally you wouldn't be able to do this in plain HTML code, but we have the style attribute. Now style, again, just embeds some sort of CSS code inside of your HTML. Now it says big over there, so the CSS code that you would write to make something bigger would be font size. Now, if I just go back to font, you'll see all these different things over here. It's like there's lots of different things you can do with this CSS thing. I'm only going to touch briefly onto it since this is a HTML course and not a CSS course. Now, if I do font size and click enter, again, just simple CSS stuff. I will be going over CSS in a different tutorial. So yeah. So font size, I'll do maybe like 30 pixels big. Okay. Now if I save this, Control S, or go File and where is it? Save. Then go live. Here. This is big text, and it looks kind of like a H1 or heading 1, but you can see that it's really just a p tag. Now I can change this 30 to whatever I want, maybe like 60 pixels. Save it, and there you go, it's even bigger. And yeah, so this style thing is pretty cool and all. Next thing I'm going to show you is how to change the color. Now, it's pretty self-explanatory what you would do for this. I'm just going to do a style equal to color. It's just simple. Okay, color. I'm going to make it a blue, just like I already wrote down blue there, and I would probably want to keep it pretty consistent if I save it. And now this is blue. sans serif. Now, this is like a bit harder to get to. You can do style, font, family. Okay, do this. Now here you would type in sans serif, sans dash serif. Okay, don't just put a space in there. Also, yeah, I forgot to show you. This blue could be any color you want. It could be red. It could be all anything. Okay. You could even put in a hex code, like if I wanted to make it black, hash FFFFFF. I think no, that's white. Sorry. I need to make hash there you go. That's black. Or if I wanted to make it like that, that's like a kind of whitish black creamy color. You get the point. You can put in like multiple colors with this. I'm just gonna bring this back to blue. And sans serif, this could be any other font. Like I could put in, I don't know, courier, yeah, probably put this in these, and save this. Okay, if I go courier new, it'll be, yes, that's courier new. It says sans serif, like, but that's definitely not sans serif. I can change it back though. So sans serif, save it, and go there. That's sans serif now. Okay, now to make the background blue, we need to go back here. Style, you do background color. Okay, and you would do a blue. Actually no, this time I'm just gonna go like a light blue. Spell light blue. Save, and if I go over to here, there's a blue background. It looks a bit silly because of this. It's like I can fix it pretty easily. Like you just have to go over here. It's just that it's like this is more CSS stuff, like padding, and I can put padding 0. Save this. That didn't work. Margin right. Oh, that's left. Sorry. Margin left. I'll put maybe like 500 pixels. Oh, sorry. No, wrong way. Alright. So go here. And there you go. This is just like some minor debugging. Most of you can't make real sense out of this right now. This is more CSS stuff. You can look up on like another tutorial on CSS if you want. I will be releasing a new series on that pretty soon. No spoilers. But yeah, this is just some like CSS stuff. Here, wait. I need to just give it 1,000 and save that. That's big. Oh. There you go. No. Keep on misclicking. Not you yet, not you. And okay. If I just added another 100 pixels, I should, yeah, okay, see, now that's a blue background, okay. I can also make the blue background rounded. So if I just copy this over, here it says a rounded blue background. The way to make the background rounded, we use a different thing. Also, if you guys couldn't tell, like, you can actually stack multiple CSS attributes onto these. So over here I did background color, and I also did margin right. Margin right and padding is like a bit complicated, but I'll go over that into more depth later on. But for now, just like put it in, and it'll, if it is a bit off, that's probably because the screen width is a bit different. Try and just adjust this to be bigger and smaller, and see if you can like get it to be the right size. It doesn't have to be exactly, but it's just like better if you do. I'll set the border radius, which is just like the amount that you want around it, to maybe like 10 pixels. Save it and do that. You'll see over here a rounded blue background. And yeah, now the reason it's like kind of wrapped up the text is because the margin was a bit low. So if I wanted to, I could just go here and bring the margin up to like this, -50 might do the trick. Yeah, there. So now like the kind of blue background has rounded edges. Well, yeah, so that is it for these styles. Again, this isn't all that we're going to be doing in the like styles area. In fact, I just briefly touched the surface of it, but it's like enough for now to like kind of get the hang of it. So yeah, that's it for this video. Bye now.